Cajun smoked turkey. I'm about to show y'all how I cook this beautiful bird. Let's get to cooking. Before I smoke this bird, it's gonna take a brine bath. Brining helps the meat hold on to the moisture and pulls flavor deep inside. It's one step that I never skip. The easiest setup I found is just a big meat bag set inside some kind of a clean bucket. I start with a completely thawed turkey and drop it in. Then I mix 1 bottle of my bird brine with a gallon of water, pour it right over the top, and add more water until the bird's fully submerged. Tie up the top of the bag so it holds the turkey down in the brine and get it in the fridge for at least 24 hours. This is how you get flavor in a bird. Big old bird, a lot of juice. A smart man would do this in the sink, but y'all know I ain't that smart. But it worked. You just want to let it drain as much as possible. I like to grab some paper towels and just towel that dude off. But you want to get as much of the moisture off as possible because we want a crispy, flavorful skin. And if it's too wet, it won't get that away on the smoker. Look, I didn't even got a flapper. What happened to him? He had a rough life. Since we ain't got but 1 flapper on the other side, can we cut him off here? You see this little thermometer that pops up? Take that out and throw it away. It don't do anything. Now, in the cavity, it always builds up a lot of moisture. So I'll take a handful of paper towel and just stick up in here and let it absorb it. Make sure you get all the paper towel out. You don't want those in there. Now, I don't put my stuff inside the bird. I cook dressing on the side. But I do want to get some mass in that cavity. It's a great time to use some aromatics, some things that are going to cook down. They're going to release some of their natural juices and flavor this bird from the inside. So things like big quarters of onion, celery, garlic cloves. I just halved a big head of garlic there. We're going to cram all that in there. It's going to add more mass to your turkey, make it cook even, but you're also going to get some advantage from some of the flavors in these ingredients. Now, the important part is we got to close these legs up to hold all that in. So what I do is I'll just grab some butcher twine and we're going to cross them and we're going to tie them up. We don't have no flappers to tuck behind us. So I just took a long piece of butcher twine, got it around those wings just to give me some leverage to hold it together. And I'm just going to tie it right back here underneath the breast. If it's all spread out, those wings are going to overcook and you don't want that. We want it all to cook about the same rate. Now this step is completely optional because we did brine this bird for 24 hours. But if you want one to really taste good, I hit it with an injection too. And this is a simple injection that I make up. So I've got 1 stick of melted butter and I'm pouring in 1 can of chicken broth. Then we need a little seasoning in it and I'm just gonna add some of my King Craw. Same seasoning we're gonna put on the outside for those Cajun flavors, we're gonna put on the inside for the injection. So I got one of these old cheap Cajun injectors that come with some marinade I bought years ago. The goal here is to spread this injection out through the bird. So we wanna hit the legs, we wanna hit the thighs, then we wanna hit the breast, and if you got some left, go ahead and shoot those wings up. Now I'm just gonna take a paper towel, we're gonna re-dry that skin. You're gonna see me doing this a lot when I'm cooking turkeys, because I want the skin as dry as I can get it so it can get perfectly crispy. So now I'm just gonna take the turkey and gently flip it over. We're going to mess that breast side up a minute, but I want to season that back side. So we're going to dry them off right there. Once we take the moisture off, we want to put fat on it. That's what's going to make that skin brown. That's what's going to make it crispy. But I'm just taking cooking spray. We're just going to spray paint the skin, y'all. You could use oil if you want. I'd avoid butter. Butter doesn't seem to do too well. It gets too thick and it makes it splotchy. The only thing I'm putting on this Cajun turkey, y'all, is my King Craw. This is what's going to give us that flavor. It's going to give us that spicy pop a little bit. It's not too hot, but it's got a ton of herbs in it. And it's going to make a really, really great tasting bird. I like to put it on one of these little half racks, little half pan. I call them chicken racks because I can set this bird on it, taking him to and from the pits easy. Also, I can rotate him around real easy. But what I do is I spray it with a little cooking spray. I flip it over so the little feet are sticking up. They don't get caught on my rack. We're just going to hit it with a little light spray. Then I'm just going to take this bird and we're going to carefully flip him over. Now I'm just going to dry that skin off one last time, y'all. Break our cooking spray out, get those legs, get those thighs, get that breast. Once again, we're hitting them with that Cajun season. If you got a favorite Cajun season, hey, it's good on turkey, I bet. This is my personal favorite. Now this bird is ready for the smoke, y'all. Let's throw it on the pit. I got my Outlaw pit fired up, running about 275. We're gonna set this turkey kind of in the middle back there, breast facing at me so I can look at it. We're gonna let this dude smoke. Close the lid. We'll come back and check on him in just a little bit. So after that bird's been on a couple hours, it's time to start thinking about internal temperature. That's the most important thing. We're starting to get that color where I want it. I don't want it to get too dark, so this is where I start thinking about covering it with a little aluminum foil. But what I want to do is I want to go in the thickest part of this breast with my probe. It's only about 115 degrees. I want it to go to about 160. We got a while to go, but we don't want it to get too dark. So all I'm going to do is hit it up with a little more cooking spray, just to keep that skin nice. And then I'm gonna take some aluminum foil and I'm just gonna tin it. We're not wrapping it up tight. We're just covering it up. This is gonna help it still cook, but it's gonna keep it from getting too dark on us. Just loosely put it around it. Now we can close the lid and keep cooking to temp. So y'all, the dot is alarming. It's telling me we're hit 161. I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. That's where I wanted this bird to get. So let's see what this smoked Cajun turkey looks like. Unveiling the bird. There it is. Cajun smoked turkey. Look at that skin, y'all. That's beautiful. Now I like to always verify. I know the breast should be where I want them. What's my thigh back here? Look at that, 170, 172. That's perfect in that thick, dark meat. That's all I need to know, y'all. We got the bird off the pit, but it's gonna carry over. I mean, we've took this 22-pound bird up to 160 in the breast. I know it's gonna go 165, maybe 167. The thighs are right where I want them. They're gonna be perfectly fine. So all I wanna do is just let it hang out, let it calm down before you're ever thinking about slicing into it. I'm not gonna cover it up because I don't want that skin to soften. I want it to stay tight like it is, have that beautiful smoke look to it. I'm telling you what, just looking at this bird, a pellet grill will cook a beautiful turkey, but you're not gonna get that same smoked turkey effect if you don't use charcoal and hardwood. I'm sorry. This is a real smoked turkey. We're just gonna take this breast off here. I'll find that center bone. We run right down that breastbone all the way. Then I usually spin the bird a little bit, come back to the front side and continue my cut right down where that wishbone would be. Then all you have to do is come back in here, break that skin a little bit, and you can just cut right along the top. And it's gonna let this breast just kind of roll right off. Now we got this whole breast right here on the board. If you hold your knife kind of at an angle, you can get some of those slices with some of that skin. But I wanna try a bite with the skin here. So I'm gonna cut this piece off. It's juicy. It's got all that skin with that flavor from that king craw. That's gonna be a bite right there. Oh, look how moist it is. That's how you smoke a Cajun turkey. Holy smokes. That's some good eating bird. I don't know why you don't eat a turkey year round as good as this is.